YouTube Nation, Marvel TV, aka Me TV, aka Unite and Fight. Look, before we get started today, and I want to say this real quick, all right, because we have a loaded show. I've seen your comments, all right? I've seen your complaints. I've seen your private messages. I've seen the fan page. Trust me, guys, we're going to get on this today, all right? The truth is going to come out today because I'm telling you now, the circus, it's over. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, saying, what the fuck is this guy talking? The circus? Look, let me tell you something, all right? For all week, we've had to see these clowns. That's right, these clowns. On YouTube, on IGN, on fucking forums, everywhere had to say, well, this is why you buy a 360 instead of a PS3. Ha ha ha. Stop. And I'm going to get on those clowns in a minute, but before we get started, because I'm telling you now, the voice of reason is in the building. I told you the truth is going to come out today, all right? It's going to come out all this other bullshit going on. But before I get started, I got a bone to pick with Sony. Sony, PSN is still down. I don't have a problem with that. I told y'all before. Online really doesn't faze me that much due to the fact that, I got enough single-player games. I told you this before. If they stop making games today, I got enough single-player classic games to last me a lifetime. Doesn't bother me at all, right? Doesn't bother me. But I understand it's an inconvenience for some of you guys. Now, with that being said, we're going to get to the pros and cons real quick. I'm going to start with the cons, all right? Because I always give y'all the bad news first. With that being said, Sony, how do you not secure your network? How do you not secure your network? You went on and you brought this on yourself because when you got rid of other OS, you say it was because of security reasons and it was because of hackers. And hackers were like, the fuck? We didn't even try anything. And you know what? And Sony and what the Sony said, they insult the hackers and then said, come after us. They said, come after us because the fact is, our network is unhackable. What the fuck? You were asking for this fight and now you got your ass handed to you. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened here. Now, let me say that we all know who the suspects right now are, all right? They've made it quite clear in the media who you should be looking at, which I feel isn't right because of the fact that the first suspect was Anonymous, all right? Anonymous said, we didn't do this, all right? Sony said, Anonymous didn't do this, all right? But they said, and I quote, Anonymous is just an annoyance. They are a mild threat. That's what they said, Anonymous. That's what they say about y'all. That's what Sony said. But Anonymous has come out and said, yeah, well, you know what? We didn't do this, but as soon as the PSN goes back up, we're going to hit them again. Yeah. So y'all can get ready for that. Second suspect, Rebug. Now, look, let me say this. You just can't go around people. You can't go around defending Sony and saying, this person did it, that person did it. You can't do that. All right? Without any hard evidence, there's no point of pointing out certain people. Sony should know who's done this by now. They hired some type of security firm and they're working. They should know by now. They found out how they got in. So all you guys, you know what? I'm going to save that part. Because we're going to get, that's the pros. We're going to get into that pros part real quick. But the cons. Sony knows that it took them so long to tell people that their information was stolen. May or may not be stolen. They're not sure. Yeah. Now, with that being said, it was like 6 days plus or whatever. Let me say this now. I'm calling bullshit, all right? I see a lot of guys saying, oh, well, the company didn't want to release the statement yet. They didn't want to spread panic and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something. Say you own a house. For those who live in a house or apartment or own, let's just say you own one, right? And you're the only person who lives there, all right? You have the keys. No one else does, all right? You go out and you lock your door. When you come back, and your door is open, what's the fucking first thing you're thinking? Either someone's still in there or someone just stole my shit. That is what you're first thinking. So if Sony knew someone broke in, the first thing they should have said was, let's check the security. Let's check if these people's stuff have been stolen. Instead, they were like, how we get the network doing this, that, and the third. And they were just bullshitting. It doesn't take you 6 days to say, okay, yeah, we may have something stolen. It's been 6 days after the fucking crime. After the crime, 6 days plus after the crime. No, you do that as soon as you walk in the fucking door. I'm not trying to, and this is what I mean about the customers are not priority first. All right? Because they should have known this. They should have known whether it was stolen or not by now. Fuck, they said it was, first they said it wasn't encrypted. Now they're saying it is encrypted. Look, I don't know. All right? But we have even worse news because as we know about the class action lawsuits that's going on, this is what started all this. All right? This is what started all of this. Well, now Sony is being sued again for lack of security, all right, for the PSN. You know, and people said, was it 77+ million accounts were stolen or whatever? Now, look, before I get started, let me say this, all right? Hackers, I'm telling you now, you guys are talented. Whoever did this, they're talented. I told you guys before on the show, I do not condone piracy at all. I do not condone hacking for cheats for games. And I sure as hell, I'm telling you now, do not condone stealing people's personal information. Okay, now with that being said, let me say whoever did this, they're talented, I'll give you that. But it's a pussy pussy move if you think you're gonna steal people's information. If you're gonna steal from me, be a man and do it to my fucking face. Come to me and try to strong arm me without any weapons and take my money. Don't do it from thousands of fucking miles away and say, I'm gonna just do this and get your information. That's bullshit. That's pussy. That's fucking pussy. Now, with that being said, man, things have gotten worse with the class action lawsuit, like I said. All right? Sony's being sued for it, but there has been a problem. So, guys, listen to this. This impacts all of us right now. All right? Listen. It says from the LA Times. Yeah. Companies can block customers' class action lawsuits. Supreme Court rules. Yeah. Yeah. It says consumers have been able to band together to sue corporations, but the Supreme Court rules in the Southern California case that firms can force customers to arbitrate their complaints individually. We'll get in that in a minute, all right? The ruling is seen as a major victory for corporations, all right? This is not just for Sony, this is for all corporations, Microsoft, whatever. If you feel you need to sue somebody, all right? Let's get into this a little bit more. It says, in the past, consumers who bought a product or service have been free to join a class action lawsuit if they were dissatisfied or felt they had been cheated. It says by combining these small claims, they could bring a major lawsuit against corporations. All right? It says, but in Wednesday's decision, the High Court said that under the Federal Arbitration Act, companies can force these disgruntled customers to arbitrate their complaints individually, not as a part of a group. Consumer rights advocate says this rule would spell the end for small claims involving products or services, and it's true. All right? It's true. Now, before I get started, let's get into the cons again real quick. All right? That is a major blow, and that's a major win for the companies. All right? You consumers, understand this now. Because class action lawsuits can be blocked. They can be blocked. If you go after a company individually, you know what that means? They're going to treat you like Geo. They're going to treat you like Geo. They're going to do this continuance after continuance after continuance until you, the little guy, runs out of legal fees. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know this now. You have to understand, customers, gamers, whoever. Understand that these companies are taking it to the next level. You have to be educated enough in order to know these things. You can't just sit back and say, oh, well, I don't give a fuck. I just want to play my games. Guess what? It's impacting your games. This is not about money. This is about control. I've been saying this for how long now? How long? 6, 7 months? We've seen what? Online Pass. We've seen DRM. We've seen EA start banning gamers just for talking bad about their games. We've seen all types of used game market trying to clamp down on it. We've seen pro mode. We've seen all these other things. You have to understand this is about control. They want you with no questions asked. All right? They just want you to obey them. That's what they want. With that being said, that's the cons. I know it's heavy news. That's the cons. Now, I will tell you this. The pros. I think this is really good. The pros, PSN being down, gamers are taking their lives back. I've seen so many people say, you know, what have you learned from this? And one guy said, you know, I don't have as many real life friends as I thought. One guy said, because of this, I've gone to the gym more and I feel better. Yeah, people are taking their lives back. One guy said, I'm going through withdrawal. What the fuck? You're going through withdrawal? You just understand what you just said. You're going through withdrawal. You just compared yourself to a drug addict. Stop. It's not that serious. They're games. This is when you can tell, and this is where you tell somebody just needs to take the system away from them. When you get to that point. When you get to that point. You have to understand, guys, gamers, they're getting their lives back. And some people are like, well, I'm going to sell my PS3. Can't do that. GameStop just, it was a couple companies, even including GameStop, have decided to stop taking in used PS3s until this is all over. Man, y'all have to understand. This is bigger than us. We are the major factor, but it's also big. The companies are taking steps, and we have to be either 10 steps ahead or right behind. I hate to say right behind because that means we'll always be behind. But seriously, guys, you have to know your information. All right? Understand that. Gamers, man, I'm glad to see people getting their lives back. Really. Go out and play a sport, whatever. Go out and hit the gym. It's great to see. All right? If you spend all your life, and I'll tell you this because we've seen so many, you know what? I'll save that for the next part of this because Sony, as far as I'm concerned, I'm letting you know now. This is all I got to say to you.
Well, fuck. Well, fuck. Well, fuck.
PS3, now $2.99.
And now it's time to finally get on the clowns, the haters, whatever the fuck, fanboys, true bloods, whatever the fuck you want to call them. All right? Because all this talk about all week about how this is why you buy an Xbox 360 so you don't have to worry about the network going down. Let me tell you something. Wasn't this not too long ago during around the Christmas time where the network went down? I'm just saying, oh, well, this is why we pay yearly. No, that's not why you pay yearly. The reason you pay yearly is because Microsoft wants you to. They're running a peer-to-peer network just like the PlayStation does, all right? But you don't buy an Xbox 360 because of the fucking network. You buy an Xbox 360 because you like their software, because you like their product. That's why you buy it to begin with. If you're buying it just for a fucking network, then you're a fucking idiot. And if you think just because you pay $50, $60 a year, all of a sudden you're secure, that's bullshit. You have to understand these hackers have gotten into FBI files, have gotten into government files. What the fuck makes you think all of a sudden that a video game network is just that much better? Get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit. That's how much bullshit you guys are spewing right now. And it pisses me off, all right? You should know better than this. You really should. But that's all you guys do. You just like to talk and not give any fucking information. That's what you fucking do, all right? And with that being said, it's just not YouTubers, all right? Like I said, IGN came out and said, well, hey, Xbox Live people, is your online on? Is your network on? Yes. What's up with that, PlayStation? These are professional writers and editors, and they're acting like little fucking kids. Yeah. And you know what the excuse was when people thought it was okay? Well, the girl's trolling, but she's hot, so it's okay. What the fuck? Are you serious? That's so you're going to let her off the hook just for that shit? You got to be kidding me. And she's not even that good. Look, I guarantee you I can go out right now and find 15, 20 girls right now that look better than her. Get the fuck out of my face, man. I'm not trying to hear this. All right? She's being an attention whore. A fucking idiot. That's what I'm calling it as I see it. All right? Fucking idiots. You have to be kidding. Let me tell you something right now. If you think that the Xbox Live is all of a sudden this impenetrable force that it's the fucking Death Star, you have to be fucking kidding me, all right? It's a video game network. It can be hacked too, all right? And for those who say, oh, well, they haven't done it yet, well, then tell me this then. When the first anonymous attack happened to PSN, why did the 360 network, the Live network, unban all of their 360s that were banned before because they were scared they were going to get hacked? Tell me that. Yeah. But then later down the line, they rebanned them. And for those who don't believe me, link is in the info bar. Also, you can find on any forum where people was like, hey, my Xbox is unbanned now. I can play now. Yeah, it was all over the place. All right, so don't sit here and tell me that I'm lying. It's fact. It's a fact. And there's a ton of gamers who will back me up on this. And sites and articles. And stop. Stop. Now, to show you that I'm not biased, all right, show you I'm not biased. Xbox Live, if it wasn't for Xbox Live, I'm telling you now, we wouldn't have a PlayStation Network, okay? If it wasn't for a PC structure, we wouldn't have Xbox Live, all right? Understand that all these companies are just following each other. PlayStation is still trying to catch up to Xbox Live, all right? And I mean it's just now for consoles. Xbox Live has given us the structure. Whether you like to believe it or not, whether you like to deal with that or not, PS3 fanboys, that's how it is. I told you. You can have your preference. I don't have a problem with that. But don't sit here and try to say and reignite this divide where one is better than the other. They're fucking games, they're fucking systems. All right? I'm trying to diffuse that and try to unite people, and you guys stop. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? But anyways, seriously, I don't want to hear about this anymore. I don't want to see any fucking reply videos. I don't want to see anything about this anymore. All right? You know you're fucking wrong because you're not here for the gamers. You're here for yourself. This self-gratification bullshit. Hey, look at me. Look what I can say. You know, and just talk out of your fucking head like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. Anyways, like I said, Xbox Live, if you're gonna pay for it, it's because you like it. It's because you want to buy Microsoft's product and its software, not because, oh, well, the network is reliable. We've seen it go, like I said, we've seen it go down. It doesn't matter, all right? Nothing, I'll tell you this, like I said, nothing is unhackable. Nothing. Sorry to tell you guys that. Any network, none of it's unhackable. Anyways, let's move on. I got an announcement for y'all, baby. That's right, I told y'all last night I was gonna say this, but those who don't know, you probably already read it in the topic. Alright, you probably already saw the title, you've already clicked on, you're already hyped up. Let me tell you now, Marvel Universe, alright, Marvel Universe MMO has gone free to play. That's right, free to play. Let's start right now. For those who don't know, you know what, I'm just holding on to this for a minute because I want to say that I've been following this for quite a while. all right? And what happened a couple days ago kind of pissed me off because I was sitting and waiting for days to see what was going to happen. But check this out real quick.
What's up, Marvelites? I'm Agent M, aka Ryan Panagos.
What the f— are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Let me tell you something, man, all right? You ain't using AKAs in the street like, what's really hood, son? Seriously, you don't know about that. And you was sitting fucking internet dope, boy. You gotta be fucking dork ass mother— Stop. Stop. They said, ain't no one coming out here talking about, well, that's Agent M. Ain't no one saying that to you on the street. Seriously, man, just stop this shit. Stop, all right? And you got the nerve to represent Marvel? The fuck? Stop. Stop, man. You know what? I'm not going to stress this. I'm not going to stress this anymore. Just tell us the fucking information, all right?
The editorial director for Marvel.com. I want you to join me on April 28th at about 5:30 p.m. Pacific because we're going to be doing a really special live event. I'm going to San Francisco to bring you guys some really special news. We're going to announce the writer for the Marvel Universe MMO.
Now, like this fucking actor just said, and I call him an actor because he couldn't do it in one take. For those who saw the whole video, I can't put it up here now because of time restraints, but the whole video, it's constant edit after edit after edit. Seriously, it really is. It's horrible, all right? But the fact is, guys, Marvel wanted you to wait a couple days, so I kept my ear to the grapevine to see what was going on, and a lot of writers were brought up about who was going to be in this. Well, they turned out to be false, all right? That's why I waited, and last night, Marvel announced that Brian Michael Bendis will be your lead writer for this game. That's right, Brian Michael Bendis. Now, for those comic fans, I know there's some of them now that are saying, yeah, that's a good idea. And then there's some comic fans that are just like, fuck me, are you serious? That guy? Like I said, this guy has, if you know his writing, he has a lot of high points and a lot of low points, all right? And I've read the comics, so I know how it is, you know, comment, you know, thought bubble, comment, thought bubble, comment, thought bubble, comment, thought. It's all over the place. It's just all over the place. It really is. And I know a lot of fans hated that, especially when they were reading Avengers at the time. So let me say now, all right, it's a good idea. Hopefully they can, I don't want to say, like I said, with DC Universe, it was different. When you had Jeff Johns, what did I say? I said, you should let that guy just let him write, because he's a fucking great writer. Let him write. Let him be, you know, imaginative and this, that, and third. But Bendis, you got to pull him in a little bit. Yeah, you got to pull him in a little bit. With that being said, guys, let's keep going, because it says here, and the link is in the info bar because they asked about Marvel Superhero Squad if he's writing this. And they're saying, the vice president said no. It says we already have a game like that for kids, because they asked him about the Disney merger and all that. And he says, no, Marvel Superhero Squad, that's the game for kids. It says, and I quote, this is going to be a game for hardcore gamers. All right? So you're getting what you want. All right? You're getting what you want. It just took a matter of time, guys. It just took a matter of time. They go on to say, and it says, and I quote, this will be the biggest AAA free-to-play MMO designed that way from the ground up. That's what they're saying. Now, Marvel, let me tell you something now, because they're saying they're going to have a monetized system, but they have great ideas for it. They're not going to do it in the traditional sense where they just leak you with cash apps and this, that, and that. We'll see what happens. I will keep my eyes on this. I'll be watching this like a hawk, all right, to see how this goes. Seriously, don't make me do a bunch of videos like I did for DC Universe. Please don't. Marvel, you're starting off on the right foot. I'll give you that, all right? Don't follow in DCUO's footsteps. Seriously, listen to the fans on what they want. I swear, if you do not, I will be at every Q&A. I will cut videos. Seriously, don't make me do this. Seriously, and it's not a threat. It's not a threat. I'm saying I'm going to help you out on this one if you don't know where to go on it. I'm just saying, all right? Now, with that being said, DCUO, it's over for you. It's over, bro. It's over. It was over before it even fucking started. It was over. You lost subscribers. You can't keep subscribers. All right, we saw a couple weeks ago. I showed you guys what happened to the Steam numbers. Dropped off dramatically. Now, the only fan base that you still have, the PS3 people, they can't even fucking play it because the damn network's down. You're done. You're done. And this is all because of your arrogance. That's what this is. All right? You didn't want to listen. You want to do things your way. You wanted to insult people. Well, guess what? You're getting what you deserve. You laid off people. You shut down studios. You should have just listened. You really should have just listened. This all could have been avoided. But you had to do you. That's fine. All right? But, you know, DC Universe, it's good that you came out when you did. Because the way I see it, now other MMOs that want to come to console, and also, guys, just to let you guys know this now, all right? This has been announced already for PC. It has not been announced for anything else yet. We will see in the future what happens. Like I said, I'll be watching this. All right? Now, with that being said, let me say that everyone knows what not to do now. All right? When it comes to DC Universe, when it comes to making an MMO on a console or cross-platform, whatever, they know what not to do now. So, should be good. Should be good. With that being said, guys, we have some more news, all right? For those who did not see the new trailer, I'm just going to do it right now, all right? The new trailer for Call of Duty, or should I say Call of the Dead. Check this out real quick.
A story of 4 lone survivors. One forsaken crew. And a shipload of the undead. The bone-chilling tale inspired by legendary director George Romero. It's anchors away for brain-splattering action. You just messed with the wrong Mexican. Starring Danny Trejo.
How's that for a close-up, deadhead?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
This must be a nightmare.
Robert Englund.
Don't you mess with me, boy.
And Michael Rooker. With special guest, the godfather of all zombies, George Romero. The tide will rise, and so will the body count. Call of the Dead.
Trailer looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, but understand that they're just selling you star power. That's what they're doing. I mean, seriously, and it's good stars too. I mean, Robert Englund, George Romero, Danny Trejo. I mean, Michael Rooker. Now, Grant, you're on this boat that is just, you know, it's like a frozen tundra almost. All right. So answer me. Someone please explain to me this thing. All right. Why is Sarah Michelle Gellar walking around in a damn tank top? Like, seriously, you gotta be, I understand it's a game, but what the fuck? I mean, seriously, Activision, I understand. You want all your women to pretty much wear nothing. That's what you're saying, all right? And with that being said, I'm sure because Activision's behind Treyarch or whatever, and Activision's behind it, they're going to charge you quite a bit of money for this, all right? It's not going to be like the $15 map packs or whatever. But with that being said, there's more. Yeah, that's more. Check this out. EA is spending $100 million in advertising to beat Call of Duty with Battlefield 3. Guys, this is just wrong, all right? I keep telling you guys, and you guys have been agreeing with me, maybe the companies, they just need to listen. If you make a great product, you do not need all that money for advertising. You're using the advertising money, all right? I'll put it like this. You're using $100 million to advertise this game, all right? Now, if there's anything wrong with the game, if there's one glitch, if there's one problem, if there's something that's just not right with the game, you automatically lose. You lose. You want to know why? Because gamers are going to step up and say, you spent $100 million in advertising where you could have took some of that money and put it back into your fucking product to make it great. That's what's going to happen. You're going the wrong way about this. And people are like, this could beat it. This using this advertising tactic could beat it. No. This is the wrong way to go about it. Don't you understand? Just because Activision did it doesn't mean that everyone should follow. God, oh my God, you're going to be fucking... Anyways, let's just move on. Seriously, let's move on. Let's move on. Because I'm just going to go off. Resident Evil 6 news. Yeah. Resident Evil 6 news, they are saying Resident Evil 6 will be different. In quotes, different. Yeah. With that being said, I'm going to read exactly what it says. The series will be a complete renovation with the next entry on every level, said Kawada. It says, but we can't forget about all the previous entries that have led to creation of many possibilities for the franchise. It says, and I quote, I can't say if we're going to make Resident Evil 6 survival, horror, or a shooter, but I can say it will be totally different. Now look, Capcom, let me tell you this now. If you haven't learned anything from Resident Evil 5, it's that you should go back to horror. What are you going to do this time? You're going to make Jill or Leon, what are you going to do? Make them fucking Liu Kang kick a boulder? Get the fuck out of here. Make it survival horror. The entire point of it not being a shooter, you made another shooter. You know what it's called? It's called that new shit you coming out with Raccoon City or whatever? Whatever the fuck, Operation Raccoon City, that's your shooter. That was the entire point, wasn't it? To make a spinoff so people can still shoot and still be in somewhat of an environment. It's a shooter. all right? So that you can focus on Resident Evil 6 being survival horror. Now you're saying you're not sure. So let me get this straight. How are we supposed to trust you or back you when you're not even sure what it's going to be? And you're making a fucking game. Stop. Stop. You gotta stop. What's wrong with you guys? You haven't learned shit. You haven't learned anything. If this turns out to be another fucking shooter, stop. Let's move on. Let's move on, because we got time constraints. The Last Guardian, Ico, and Shao Colossus collection has been delayed. Yeah, it's not coming out. It was supposed to come out in spring. Then they pushed it back to winter of 2011. It's not coming out. All right? Look for 2012. All right? With that being said, guys, I got another trailer for you guys. It's going to be a long show. I told you we got another trailer for you. But those who have not seen the trailer yet, please, it may not appeal to everyone. But fine. But I have seen a lot of people have some backing for this. So if you haven't seen it now, check it out. Call of Juarez, the cartel.
There's the old American legend about the cowboy taming the West. With nothing but a horse and a pistola. Today, you throw that same hombre over my side of the border? That poor bastard. He ain't gonna last 5 seconds.
Cartel's got a chokehold on the Mexican border, and their violence is spilling over to the U.S.
Get the fuck down!
They're starting to take out any and all opposition. But the government's got a plan to fix all this. A massive joint operation between the DEA,
Sometimes crazy is exactly what's called for.
FBI,
I like to know what the fuck I'm walking into.
and LAPD.
Ben here got an attitude problem.
He's not the only one.
What the hell could possibly go wrong?
Odds are 2 to 1 that you don't make it to the end of the week, pendejo.
DEA! FBI! Let me see your hands! Sorry for the cock block.
Hey, what the fuck?
Your soul belongs to Satan, but your ass belongs to me.
You tell those cholos that we have the cartel's cash and we want to meet with Jesus.
Come on, Issy. Let's do this deal.
Are you ready to meet your maker?
Now, in other news, I would also like to say that I've heard that GTA 5 will show up at E3. I will say that, all right? It's a rumor right now. Now, before I even start any more on GTA, let me say that we've seen this from a lot of sandbox games as of late. Let's go through the history. GTA, the first one, computer, PS1, all right? Overhead, y'all know how it was. Then you had GTA London, overhead, right? Then you had GTA 3, which was what? Modern. Then you had my favorite, GTA Vice City, which was in the 80s. Then you had GTA San Andreas, which to me felt like a mid-90s feel. Then you had GTA 4, which was a modern one, right? Now, you also have Mafia 2, which covered from World War II up to the 60s, all right? You have Red Dead Redemption that did what? It did Western. So any way you see it, we've had almost hit every genre right now, every time frame as it comes, you know, for society in open sandbox gaming. With that being said, GTA, please, 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 give us the 70s. Give us the 70s. I'm telling you, I want to be in the disco and start killing people. Give us the 70s. I swear to God, I want to be walking around on my Black Caesar shit. I'm telling you, calling people a bunch of jive turkeys while shooting them. Seriously, GTA 5, Rockstar, please. Give us the 70s. I'm begging you. Give us this. It's the only one we're missing. Give us the 70s. Anyways, with that being said, we're getting ready to come to the end of the show. But before, I want to get a little serious for a minute. Before we get to the end of the show, all right? I want to rewind this a little bit. Understand about company control, all right? This is what they want to control. This is what they're doing. But understand, with the network being down, it hurts everything they're fighting for in control. This is another pro, all right? And I say this because your online pass doesn't matter anymore, all right? Your DRM for online strictly doesn't matter anymore. Your promo doesn't matter anymore. All these rules that they're trying to do to limit you from being online doesn't matter because the network is down. It hurts all their efforts. Understand this. And I want to read this real quick because a user had said this on a forum, which I thought was very helpful. It says, Sony is running old and known to be vulnerable Apache version servers on their machines with all the info either not hashed or server privy, where everyone could see and get it. The connection is encrypted, not the info, but this has got nothing to do with packet sniffing or more to do with server breach. Server breach. All that's cloud servicing that people love so much, that's how they got in. That's how they got in. So guys, understand that all these steps that they're trying to make are trying to force you into the future of, I won't even say digital download, I won't even say that, but in the future with all these rules, it's coming back to bite them in the ass. It really is. So, like I said before, which side are you on? Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. It's been a good weekend. Y'all have a good weekend. Hey, who said we done yet? I got another trailer for you, baby. I'll talk to you later. You be safe. I'll be safe. Hopefully everyone will be safe. Sony, get your shit together and get those people back. I'm out.
Sega.
The Amada Corporation created machines to serve us, but they evolved, becoming ever more human. Secretly given ego and emotion, these hollow children began to infiltrate every level of society. Just another step in the evolutionary chain. We have to work together. Somebody has to stop them.
Let's go!